Okay, everybody, welcome back to the Nightmare Room. This is the Sledgehammer Sports Network. Thank you for tuning into the channel. If you've been watching us, you've been used to us looking like this. But as of this week, here we are. Hello, everybody. Take a look at me. I'm looking at you. We've been having some hiccups and stuff, and we've been trying to get these videos to you. And excuse my gaze as I need to set up some of our cool little effects and stuff here and there. That's a little too fast. There we go. I got my little information crawl. Feel free to read along if you need to know the results of Raw and SmackDown. We tried to do videos for both of those, and as you can tell from nothing being on the channel this week, it just didn't work out that way. But here we are, live and in color, and coming to you from the inner sanctum of the Nightmare Room. Finally, connecting eye to eye, you and me. Hopefully there's no little error messages and the rest of this video goes smooth as shit. Thank you for joining me. I am Nick Nightmare, if I have not mentioned so already. Before we get started on this week's show, which is going to feature for the first time our first ever Superstar of the Week and Match of the Week, and we'll get to those in a little while, but first, I need to give a shout out to two very well-known YouTube names. You know, I've just now started my venture into doing this, and it's taken me a while to get to this point. I've been doing it mostly audio, but my goal was to get here on YouTube as you see me coming before you right now. And there's two people to thank for that. Firstly, I want to thank Rusty. Rusty, you are the man, buddy. Falken1974 on YouTube. He's got some great stuff. He does reviews of Raw and SmackDown, as all of us do, and he has his own GCW wrestling show, and we're going to have our own wrestling show, too, once we get those capabilities up and running. But he did put me on the right track as far as the software to use. I've been running everything off of a very shitty 4-year-old laptop that I got after my home was devastated in Superstorm Sandy. And I wish every single day that I have my old rig, but I don't. And life moves on, and I have this laptop, and I was determined to make it work. And as you see me here with you, I have made it work. And that is really thanks to Rusty for showing me the proper software to use. And it took a couple of weeks of tweaking and editing and trying to find out what settings are the best to use, but I finally got it going. So thank you once again, Rusty. But I don't want to say more importantly, but definitely more impactful was a gentleman named JD. Now, JD has a channel. He is JDfromNY206 on YouTube, or follow him on Twitter. He's a very like-minded individual of mine, and let me get a little personal with you guys for a second. And I have carpal tunnel syndrome. I had carpal tunnel syndrome, and I had my left hand taken care of last year, and it wasn't too big of a deal because I still had my right hand. And if you still have your dominant hand, which is, as I said, my right, you could still do things like play video games and draw if you're artistically inclined, as I am, or mold clay, or do whatever it is you might want to do to pass the time as you're trying to recuperate the hand you don't normally use. On the flip side of that, this past summer I got my right hand done, which was a fucking nightmare. I couldn't do anything, and I found myself almost trapped in my own mind way too much, and I bought an Xbox One. And when I bought this, I signed into my YouTube account, and I honestly don't remember how it happened, but I came across JD's channel, and I watched his show, and it showed me almost what I should have been doing with the last few years of my life. You see, because we are both very passionate, as I said before, very like-minded wrestling fans, and he's really just an average guy. Like, if we would have passed each other on the street, now I would have recognized him and stopped him and gave him a nice thank you in person, which I would love to do one day. But I was in a very dark place with this surgery, and when I found his channel, and he kind of brought me out of that spot. You know, I found myself very entertained, very engaged, and thinking to myself, I could do that. And in my spare time, which is very limited because I work so many fucking hours a day, I enjoyed myself when I first started doing this, and I found something to bring me light. And if I had not come across JD and Off the Script, I wouldn't be here talking to you guys on YouTube today. And I need to say thank you to him. And it's very sincere. I'm not doing this to pander for views. I got 13 subscribers. You know, I'm not reaching a global platform yet. But he definitely has the best show on YouTube, bar none. He's a great guy. He's not afraid to tell you exactly how it is, and that's how I hope to be. If I could be even half as entertaining as JD is, I'm going to be in good shape, and you guys are going to enjoy the show. I encourage you all to go check him out. Like I said, I'm not here trying to use his name to get views. I swear that is not what we're doing. I'm being sincere and hope that he comes across this video, and that's why I'm putting his name in the description, and I'm going to link it to him directly, because I just want to say thank you, bro. And there really is no better way to say thank you than to support these guys on their channel, support what they're doing. I'm looking for the same love and support as these guys do. I'm just starting. He has 68,000 strong behind him. I have, like I said, 13. So I'm just on my way. I'm well getting started. He deserves all the love and respect. A lot of people use his name to down him and to put up a video and hate on him, and that's not what we're doing here. JD, thank you, bro. I bought 4 of your shirts this week, man. Barbershopwindow.com. I am not affiliated with it, but go check it out because he's got some great merch. He's a regular guy, like I said, just like you and me, and I'm going out there buying his merch just to support him because he deserves it, man. And I have a t-shirt addiction, so he's got some great shirts. Go check him out. Man, I can't wait to get mine. When I get them, I'm going to do a little unboxing and give a little more love to him and try to show some support to his channel because it's well deserved. And as I said, without him, there'd be no Nick Nightmare here on YouTube. Thank you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. Fuck the haters, because I'm going to fuck them too. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for anybody else, and I'm having a blast doing it. And now that I'm finally here, live and in color and in person, we're going to have some fun. And get ready, because I'm coming for that #1 spot on YouTube, man. So watch your back, bro. So let's get to the point on this week's Nightmare Room, which is to unveil our 2 newest segments on the show. And in all honesty, full disclosure, this is take 2 on this video. And, you know, it's a learn by doing kind of thing. And you know, I screwed up on the first video, which was very disappointing because I liked it, but we're going to move on past that, and hopefully this all goes according to plan and works the way it's supposed to. So, our first ever Superstar of the Week is going to go to somebody that you're probably not going to expect it to go to. You may agree with me, you may not agree with me. Let me know down in the comments below if you agree, disagree, don't give a shit, let me know. I want this to be an interactive forum. I want you guys to get involved. I need to know what you guys are thinking in order to know where to direct this show and where to direct my attention. Because the more you get involved with me, the more I get involved with you. And the show grows together and gets better and better every day. So, where the hell was I? Right, Superstar of the Week this week goes to Brock Lesnar. Now, you may be asking yourself, why the fuck would he be the Superstar of the Week when he lost in a minute and a half at Survivor Series? I'm going to tell you why. That's why I'm here. That's why we're all here. So listen up, because something you might not know is Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg are very, very good friends. And prior to going into this, they figured out that there's a lot more money to be made by doing a long-term program with each other. And Vince McMahon was all for it, and he was pushing and pushing Goldberg to sign for a longer deal. Goldberg was resistant, but then the three of them came up with this idea. It wasn't the first idea, and it definitely wasn't the best idea. I still hate it. I hate that it happened. But, you know, just like sometimes when you eat something for the first time, you don't really digest it too well. Your palate doesn't taste it as well. But if you try it again for a second time, you're like, you know what? I don't get it, but it's not that bad. That's what's happening here. Same thing that happened with The Undertaker when Brock Lesnar beat him. I was furious for weeks. I didn't have this outlet, this platform to get it out there. But if I did, I wouldn't have been happy about it. I would have been very negative, and I would have shit all over it. But I have since then come to accept Brock Lesnar as the conqueror of the undefeated streak, because that's his whole gimmick. He's the conqueror. And I still don't agree with Bill Goldberg being the guy to take that mantle from him. But in the long term, and when you find out that behind the scenes Brock Lesnar was all for this, how mad can you be? The guy was 100% behind it. So fuck your opinion. This was pretty much Brock Lesnar and Vince and Bill's idea. They came up with this, and it's this little baby that they're working on, and we got to see what it grows into. Again, I still don't agree with it. I don't like that they did this, but if they give us some kind of an ultimate payoff in the end, leading up to this match at WrestleMania, giving Bill Goldberg time to get his cardio in shape, get his nagging injuries all in check, you know, maybe they're going to give us a really good match, because at WrestleMania 20, both of these guys checked out already. They didn't give a fuck about pro wrestling. They just wanted to go home. So now on the flip side of that, 12 years later, on the same stage, here's two guys that are really good friends with each other. They're going to want to make each other look great because everybody expects the worst. And maybe they're going to give us some gold. Maybe it'll be the match that steals WrestleMania. That might be insane for me to say, but it's quite possible, because here's two guys that have a lot of respect for each other, who are going to make a shit ton of money. Why wouldn't you want to go out there and do your best? I certainly would. And if I had a real good friend on the other side, making just as much money as me, I wouldn't want to make him look bad, and I'm sure he wouldn't want to make me look bad. Maybe it's going to be, like I said, fucking gold. Maybe it's going to be dog shit. Who knows? And there may even be plans past WrestleMania, because at the end of the day, even if Brock Lesnar wins, he's still down in the series. You can't even the playing field that way. But can you get more than one more match out of these guys? I don't know. We'll have to see. But regardless of what I think about that, because he's such a badass and he's smart and he knows that what he's doing in the bigger picture is going to pay off to the fans and to everybody in the end. It takes a lot of balls and it takes a lot of guts to just let somebody come out there and destroy you in under 2 minutes. Let's be honest. Would you let that happen to you? I don't think I would. I don't care who you are. I'd want to last at least 90 seconds with Brock Lesnar, even though that would be a physical impossibility. But I wouldn't agree to going to less than 3 minutes. I'd want to at least look good. Brock just let him steamroll him. And it's all going to lead to something else. I don't know what it's going to be. I can only hope for the best. Let's remain positive about this. Now that we've all had time to digest the situation, it's time to get over it, just like we did when Brock beat Taker, and hope for the best. Maybe Samoa Joe gets involved somehow. Maybe they try to build somebody else in between these guys. I doubt it. I think the money is all in Lesnar and Goldberg. Vince sees the writing on the wall. They all see it. And for the first time in a long time, everybody's been talking about not just Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg, but the WWE in itself. It's getting media coverage everywhere for the first time in a long time, which may have been what the end goal was for Vince and company the whole time. So, time to get over that. Brock Lesnar, you are the Sledgehammer Sports Network's Superstar of the Week. Let's see if he can continue. I mean, he's not around enough that he can continue a weekly streak on this show, and we'll see next week who our Superstar of the Week will be. Perhaps it will be Brock again, and maybe we'll see a repeat. Who knows? Let's see what Raw has in store for us later on this week. Moving on to special segment number 2. Match of the week goes outside the WWE, not even in the realm of TNA, but somewhere much more special, and that is Lucha Underground. I tried my best to make that sound cool, but it just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Anyway, match of the week goes to Killshot and Dante Fox. Now, here's a little backstory, because I know nobody that's listening to me probably watches this, and you should be. If you have access to El Rey, or you can go look it up on YouTube, man. Lucha Underground is by far the most entertaining show you are not watching in all of pro wrestling. And this match is one of the clear reasons why Dante Fox and this guy named Killshot. Here's a little backstory on that. They apparently served together in the armed forces somewhere, and they were in the same unit. And Killshot fulfilled his obligations to the unit and went home to become a performer at Lucha Underground. Dante Fox comes around and believes that his brother-in-arms left him for dead on the battlefield, which is like a cardinal sin when you're a soldier in the army. You never leave a man behind. You never leave a brother down if it's humanly possible. Dante Fox has taken umbrage with Killshot for this very reason. There's not much more than that we know. I look forward to that angle growing and maturing in the next few weeks. We still got months to go in this season of Lucha Underground. It's my first year watching Lucha Underground. I've fully enjoyed myself, and this match was unbelievable. There was one spot where Killshot had Fox up on his shoulders in a Death Valley driver on the second turnbuckle, but not on the inside of the ring, the outside portion of the ring. Dumps Dante Fox Death Valley driver right onto the ring apron, the hardest part of the apron. I thought the kid was dead. There was so many great spots like that it would do me no justice to try to continue to describe it. Just go look for this week's episode of Lucha Underground on YouTube. If you have El Rey Network, start tuning in, because you guys are missing out, man. This is some of the best pro wrestling you are going to see anywhere. They are doing it way better than Vince is doing it, I'm sorry to say. The only thing I'm not crazy about is the intergender way they do things. Like, women just fight the men, and it's not believable in certain cases, especially with what happened at Aztec Warfare. Like, I was okay with it, only to the point that they're trying to do something special. I don't want to ruin it for anybody that didn't see it. Watch Aztec Warfare 3. Again, something else that, if you watch it, is unlike anything you will ever see. But this week, Dante Fox, Killshot from Lucha Underground, Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on the El Rey Network, or 8 p.m., I believe. It should say it right there. Maybe I should read better. Watch it if you're not watching it. It's the best thing on TV for wrestling right now, other than NXT. That's going to do it, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. You see all the cool stuff we got going on. Let me know in the comments below if you like what you see, if you like my little news crawl, if I gave you enough time to read it all, if you even give a shit for me to have it there. Once again, a very special thank you to JD and Rusty aka Falken1974. Without both of you guys, this video would have never happened. Stay tuned this week, because now that we're capable, we are going to have some really good, some really special stuff coming your way. We're coming down to the end of the year. We are going to do a very special Sledgehammer Sports Network end of the year awards show. Thank you to my buddy Scott for helping me come up with that idea. It's going to be good. Follow me on Twitter at Nick Nightmare, NICNIGHTMARE, to follow along and to vote in the polls. As I come up with categories, I'm going to post them. I want you guys to get back at me. Let me know who you think should win, so I don't just pick who I want to win. Maybe I'll leave it up to you guys. The more we grow, the more votes we can get, maybe the more I will take that into account. Otherwise, I'm just going to pick my own winners. But the categories should be pretty fun. Some will be standard, some will be a little wacky maybe, and I want to know what you guys think about what I'm doing over here. So hit that damn like button if you have not. If you didn't subscribe to the channel and you're still here listening to me, what are you waiting for? Obviously you enjoyed it. So subscribe to the channel and wait for more. We will have our Raw reviews, our SmackDown reviews, pay-per-view reviews, maybe even start to expand into NXT. The more I can watch Lucha Underground, maybe I'll do reviews of that so you guys can get more involved and learn more about that through me if you don't want to go and watch it yourself. I am Nick Nightmare. This is my boy Blue, the snowball microphone that if you listen to us, you've heard so much about before. Here he is, live and in chrome for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to the channel for more content coming from Sledgehammer Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. I love you so much. Have a good one.